Hey everyone, my name's Lane Rocks and you've just tuned in to Rocks Manor. And today is day 4 of my 7-day challenge. I'll just speed through the explanation real quick. Basically, I upload videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Missed a couple times over a couple of weeks, and I decided to punish/challenge myself and upload for 7 days straight, which instead of doing it sitting at my desk with like a, planned out backdrop and, planned out what I was saying, I just picking up the camera phone after all my kids go to bed and just going with some videos. So I've already got my coffee. Yes, it's 10 o'clock at night, and I do drink coffee almost every night, which some moms may be able to feel me on that. That I don't know, like after your kids go to bed, it's like a second morning. I didn't used to be a night person, and I wouldn't even say I'm a night person now. Given the option, I definitely could be a morning person, but I mean, just getting kids to bed and whatever, and it's just kind of like the adrenaline of like, okay, clean the kitchen. Is there any laundry to fold? Like, blah, blah, just all these things to do. And then, yeah, like having a nice cup of coffee, right? I don't know. It's like second morning for me. And I don't know. I have a hard time going to sleep at night at this point. So, which isn't, I don't mean that exactly like once I go to bed, I'm fine to go to bed, but I don't want to get in bed yet. Like there's just a billion and 12 things I want to do. So, I did want to tell you guys that my husband's been gone, and I haven't mentioned that in any videos because, it's just not a good idea, obviously, to tell, the random internet that your husband's out of town. But he was gone on a work trip. He is military, so he was not gone on like a full deployment or anything, or any, like, wasn't even super long. But it was enough to where his presence was definitely missed around here, which, of course, you're going to miss your spouse at any time. But, we do have 4 kids and the 2 dogs, so it can be a little chaosy around here. And since he was gone, I feel like we went through the gamut on everything. We had the 2 smallest ones, like one had a fever, another day one was throwing up, and then we got complications about tonsils and adenoids and whatever, and I don't know, it's like nonstop. So in this video, my husband is actually, he's on his way home right now, and he's taking an Uber, because I don't go pick him up. Like if it was like a true deployment or something like that, like I probably would. But yeah, he's coming home right now, so before he gets to come home, I want to show you guys what he's coming home to. And part of that is me in these cool pajamas. Yeah. No, but it's a couple things around the house that then they can tell a story themselves. But actually, let's go. I'll show you. All right, and part 2, we're over here in the kitchen, and you can see, yeah, happy birthday banner. So we did recently have a birthday. That's like one of the last balloons that's it's actually duct taped up there. But this, we had a birthday, and to be honest, this is probably one of my favorite things about just, I don't know, kind of like traditions that we have. When there is a birthday, we leave the birthday banner hanging up for God knows how long, and this has actually been up for 9 days now. So, and there's our lone balloon. They've slowly but surely been blowing, or getting popped. The baby wants them all the time. So yes, let's go see the next thing. So this coloring is like kind of weird in here, but I guess it's kind of leveling out. But we're actually here in the bathroom in our master bath, and yeah, I just saw this evening. Let's see if you can see it. You see that? And that's makeup on the wall. Not me. That's actually where I keep my makeup, right here. And our 3-year-old who loves to get my makeup, which thank goodness I wear super cheap stuff, like Wet n Wild and like NYX, I guess. She wanted to get into it, and then I guess somehow got it on herself, and it sits on the wall now. So that's another thing my husband will be coming home to. All right, next stop. All right, I gotta be quiet because the kids are in bed, and 2 of them are right on the other side of this wall. But I'll show you right here. You see that right about there? That's where toilet paper goes, right? So the baby ended up getting the little rod thing that holds the toilet paper up there, and God knows what he did with it. And since then, we've been keeping toilet paper on top of the toilet. And Veronica came downstairs last night, and she just randomly mentioned the toilet was throwing up. And it just sounded like a weird story from a small girl. But about 5 seconds went by, and it kind of hit me, and I was like, what do you mean the toilet threw up? Long story short, she says that the toilet paper, which is normally now on the back of the toilet, had fallen into the toilet, and I guess she wasn't able to get it all out. Then she tried to flush it, and yeah, I tried plunging that thing. I mean, we came up here and cleaned up a bunch of water. It wasn't too bad, but definitely some water had leaked out the top, so got it all cleaned up, and yeah, it's not working now. So that's another thing my husband's coming home to. And the good news is we do have multiple bathrooms in our house that everybody can use, but for now, because this one's out of commission, it looks like that. To remind everybody not to use it. All right, next up. All right, so here goes. Basically, let's see. The last 3 days, the youngest one, Zach, has been waking up like super early. 3 days ago, he woke up at like 4 a.m. and he wasn't like upset or anything, but he just was like ready to go. And after about 10 minutes of trying to get him back to sleep, and I realized like, nope, we're past the point of no return. He's definitely awake. I came downstairs with him, put up a small gate in the living room so that after I set him up with like a little bowl of like, I don't know, snacks, like some like dry cereal and a cup of milk, I kind of tried to roll over and go to sleep. Of course, that didn't really work very well, but yeah, so like that was morning one, 4 a.m. Following day, same exact thing, almost right on the dot, 4 a.m. Woke back up, wasn't going back to sleep, wasn't even mad. He was just like, I don't know, he was like chest bumping me saying, let's go, let's go. So came downstairs, same thing, set up the gate, whatever. So third morning, this morning, it was 5 a.m. He woke up, woke me up, and same thing, like, and with this time within like 3 or 4 minutes, I was like, I'm not even gonna try to mess around with this because obviously there's something going on with this kid's circadian rhythm, and he's awake now, so I gotta figure this out later. Came downstairs and got the cup of milk and got the dry thing of cereal, and I don't even know what I said. I put the gate back up, and put some cartoons on, and I like laid there and kind of sort of tried to roll over. And of course, anybody that knows, like, you can't really sleep when you have a kid like quote unquote on the loose, although it was just in the living room, so it's kind of like drifting in and out, whatever. But at some point, I don't know, I drifted back up out of whatever, and it was barely like only like 6:15, but I'm like, I've only been down here for like, I don't even know, 25 minutes, but I must have dozed off for a few minutes. This kid had gotten that brown gate down, had made his way through like that gated area and then down the hall into the downstairs playroom, which you think, okay, downstairs playroom's like totally safe, right? Which, yeah, for the most part. But previously, our Christmas tree, I won't even tell you what it looked like before. Let's just look at what it looks like now. All right, you see that? Oh, you see that? Yeah. And you might be asking yourself, like, well, how did he do it if it's still plugged in? Well, he unplugged it. This is actually all piled up, previously unplugged, after he had removed everything. So, yeah, most of the ornaments, if you notice, is very bare down here as well, basically as far as he could reach. So, yeah, and also, if you know anything about my husband, that tree was absolutely centered as well. It's not so much now. So this will be the favorite thing that my husband comes in to see here in the next probably 20 minutes or so. So, yeah. I always like to hold off on any of the big stuff until like the next morning. So we'll see how that goes. I feel bad for him, but this is like always what happens whenever you come back from like a quote unquote work trip, which is what we call it. It's just a work trip. So God bless him. He's got his work cut out for him tomorrow. What is it, a toilet? There's a walled, you know, obviously, I guess he'll probably use like a, oh gosh, what is that, magic eraser, you know, and then there's this. This is going to drive him nuts. He'll probably fix that tonight. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I've been up to. Again, as I mentioned, I had not been saying that my husband was gone, which is kind of the difficulty for me with having this channel, because it's not necessarily, like, it's kind of a struggle for me to figure out what details to add and which ones not. Something like my husband's gone, definitely wouldn't be mentioning that until he's back. But some stories that I have to tell are definitely more, like, it pertains to the story that he was gone. So it's like I've kind of held off on a lot of really funny things that happened this week, because I'm like, well, it's not really as funny if, you know, you think my husband gets home at 5 p.m. You know, it's like, no, it's definitely on my own for a little while. So yeah, here's my video, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you on the next one. I'm kidding, I can't see anything. I'm literally just staring at my camera phone. I hope you guys come back and see me. Again, definitely comment, because I love reading the comments, and it pretty much is like the highlight of my like 6 a.m. when I wake up, and I'm like, oh, I got comments. I love that. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Mommy, I saw a squirrel.
Oh, Mo, did you do that? Oh my gosh. I mean, I gotta be honest, this is gonna be kind of funny when your dad gets home.